Welcome back to Grump's Barn, where today something very unexpected and different. Well, unexpected for me anyway. I didn't expect to be doing this fucking thing. Let's show you. There we have one little compressor. 6 years old. Barely been bloody running, because I only use it occasionally for the blast cabinet over there, and when bleeding brakes on the cars, because I use a vacuum bleeder. Now the other day I was bleeding the brakes on the Defender when I'd replaced those brake pipes, and the first time I went to start this bloody thing, it kept popping out the bloody overload. The heat, basically, if it gets too hot, that will pop out. Did it about 3 or 4 times, and then finally started and ran no problem at all. And I got the first side bled. Excuse me. Then when I decided I was going to do the second side, a day or two later, did that, went to do it, this thing kept overheating again. Did it about 4 times, and then the capacitor went bang, the start capacitor, which is sitting down there with its top blown off. I need to throw that in the bin really. There you go. So basically what she's doing is she starts up on this start capacitor, then when it gets to a certain speed it's supposed to switch over to the running capacitor, and it's not, by the looks of it. It's trying to carry on running on the start capacitor, which is not made for continuous running, so it overheats. And it's supposed to be controlled, the switching is supposed to be controlled by a centrifugal switch apparently, which hopefully will be behind here, hopefully. If not, I might have to dig right into the entire fucking motor, because I honestly don't know if it's in this end or in this end, but I'm hoping it'll be in this end, because this would make more sense. So I'm going to have to rip the back end off it there, see if I can get to this switch. Now, so it's a centrifugal switch. It's supposed to have like a disc in there with several weights on it, that as it speeds up, the weights get thrown out and they operate the changeover from one capacitor to the other. Then when it slows down, they get pulled back in. The weights get pulled back with springs apparently. Sounds a lot like the old ignition systems on the sort of cars I grew up with. They all had the same sort of system with the weights and springs underneath the distributor for advanced retard. So it sounds like a very similar sort of thing to that. Anywho, let's get this bloody thing off and see what's going on in there. Well, that's not very helpful. All there is under here is a crappy plastic fan. And this end cover got 3 8mm bolts holding it in place. And there's no bloody way that I can just undo those without taking the whole thing apart. So, looks like I might have to remove the bloody cage on the front and take the bloody take the cage off even, and then the pulley, so I can get the motor apart. You have a front cover over here So again, you're not going to get very far with because it's got a cage in the end away. I need to get behind these covers to find out where this bloody switch is. This thing is plastic and just pressed on the end of it. How the fuck you get that off without breaking it, I wouldn't know. It looks like they press that on and then push the shaft through the middle. Ah, great. Because I reckon the centrifugal switch, as they call it on it, probably seized, but it's just been sitting around. Or even just a bit sticky, it wouldn't really matter. Still get the same result. Alright, I might have to pull this bloody thing out. That'll be fun. I'm just getting over it, I've done my back in again. Got a big lump of stone. Because I want to do a new sign for the house. At the moment it's just an old bit of plywood that I painted the house name and that on. And a picture of Hagar the Horrible. That needs replacing. It's a bit knackered after nearly 7 years of sitting out in this weather. So I've got a lovely big bit of stone, weighs about 30 kilos. Lifted it out the back of the Land Rover, no problem. And then I had to bend over to scoop the thing along the floor, walking it into the garage. And that bending just killed my back. I spent about a week not being able to do bugger all. The joys of old age, eh? Oh dear, I keep forgetting I'm 61, not 21. But there you go. Right, let's get on with this fucking thing. Right, the cover is off. Now sitting there. That's just got plastic clips here. You just turn through 90 degrees. They unlock from the rest of the cage. And the belt's very easy to get off. You just pull it at the top here, pull it out of the groove slightly and just turn the wheel. And as you do that, it will drive itself off. Put it back the opposite way. Right, now this is all spinning beautifully. Nothing feels amiss in there at all. There's no play, nothing, which is great, as it should be. But I think I'm going to have to now take the rest of this cage off, which is a load of little screws, if they'll come undone. They should do, hopefully, because it's only been sitting in here. And then I'm probably going to have to get a puller on that pulley on the end. Probably. I might not have to. I might be able to just get this cover undone with this out of the way and just slide it out. See if anything's behind that. Well, you never know. Well, there we go. 3 set of screws at the bottom. 1 self-tapper at the top. And now, as you can see, no guard. Now I can undo the front here. These I think are 8mm. Loosen those off and see if we can get behind there and see if our switch is in there. There's the 3 little 8mm headed bolts that come out of here. One here, one over here, and one down the bottom. Now I'm going to have to pry this gently out. Gently. I don't want to break anything. Oh, and don't do this sort of job if you're not confident in your abilities to rebuild the bloody thing if it all pings apart. I've rebuilt quite a lot of electric motors in the past, so there's no mystery there for me. But if you're not sure, I'll get someone else to do it, and you can blame them when it goes wrong. Well, with some very gentle, very gentle persuasion, that has come off. All there is in this end is a bearing, nothing else. So it's obviously behind this back one. So now we're going to do that. Well, we found the switch. I don't know if I can... That in there with the wires on it. That is the centrifugal switch. That is faulty bugger. Ah. And the real pain in the arse is that it appears that I have to get this fan off somehow, this plastic fan, to actually get the end cover right off. Wonderful. I can see this going badly. See what I've got that I can get down there and gently try and prise that off. Well, thankfully, just enough room to get in there properly, and I've been moving it about my fingers and it works perfectly now. It was a bit sticky. So hopefully that might be the problem. If not, the thing's failed. I'm going to have to put it all back together again, run it up and see what happens. I've got two chances. Well, that's it. It's all back together now. That front cover pushed back onto its bearing, no problem at all. The only thing I had to watch out for was there was a little spring washer. Oh, little. It's the size of the bearing, sitting inside the front housing. I could push that back in before I could put it back together. Right. Now, hopefully, it might work. If it all goes bang in a minute, it won't be any worse than it was before. Well, I've just tried it without the load on, obviously, and I can hear it click in and out. I can't hear it click now, but when it comes off, you can hear a big click. That's the centrifugal switch clicking back out. And the starter is not getting hot, and it's running. So, just quickly put the belt back on, give it a quick test run with the belt on, see what happens. Well, just answer my own question. With the belt on, it gets fucking hot, which means that centrifugal switch, although it's working, is not actually electrically working. So now I know I need to get a new one. It's physically working, I can hear it clicking in and out. But the electric part of it's not working, which means it's failed. So I'm going to have to take this fucking thing apart and put a new centrifugal switch on it. Oh, wonderful, isn't that great? 6 years old. Ah, well, such is life. Oh, well, that's that for this one. Not a lot I can do until I've looked out there and see if I can find a centrifugal switch for it. Fucking things. Oh, shit. Well, I don't know if you could hear it, but definitely you could hear it clanking when it cut back off again, that switch. It's definitely working mechanically, just not electrically, which is what you get with these things when you make everything of highest grade Chinesium. Nothing lasts for 5 fucking minutes. So I shall have to bring my other compressor up here. It's a lot smaller, but it'll do for normal use. I just won't be able to use the brass cabinet with it. It wouldn't be able to keep up. This one has trouble keeping up with that. Oh well, at least we got the problem. Oh, and in case you're wondering about this thing behind me here, I am getting on with it. I'm still putting together bits for the front end. It's a lot more complicated than it first appeared, I tell you. I got some lovely complicated drawings. Anyway, you will be hearing more about the trike very soon, and there will be some freeloader videos coming up. because the Three Amigos is starting to reappear, and there's a bit of a rumble from one of the rear wheel bearings. It would appear that that's the problem there. So I might replace one wheel bearing. I might even do both of them and both the sensors just to get it out the bloody way, because they haven't been done on that. I think it's done well over 100,000 miles. It's never anything changed before, so it hasn't done badly really. Especially considering the rot you get around here and everything. All good, clean fun. Right, that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed it more than I did, because I fucking didn't. Bastard thing. Take care, people. See you later. Bye.